And she know I keep the bag on me. How about got a couple racks on me? I'ma hit it, then I dip. No, I do not trust a bitch, cause they all be the same to me. All these thoughts always running through my head. I'ma get the bag, double back for the bread. I'd rather smoke a blunt, kicking back in my bed. And yeah, she in my line, cause she know I'm getting bread.
What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Risk, and in today's video I will be bringing you guys, in my opinion, one of the best lockdown builds in NBA 2K20, and this is actually an updated version to my most popular build video this year that I made at the start of the year, which was my Kawhi Leonard lockdown defender build. This is just an updated version to it, so if you guys did not see that video yet, you can hit the top right if you want to see that one, or obviously you could just continue watching the updated version right here. But if you guys have not yet, check out the first and last name, hit that subscribe button, man, turn the notification button on notifications so you can be ready for all the 2K21 content coming in the next month or so. But with that being said, I'm not going to waste any more of you guys' time, and let's hop right into the best lockdown build in NBA 2K20. So like I said, this is going to be the Kawhi Leonard build. When I say Kawhi Leonard build, obviously you guys know who Kawhi Leonard is. He is one of the best lockdowns in the NBA. He could also do everything else. He could dribble the ball, shoot, pass. He could do everything. So expect this build to be able to do all of that. Now, if you guys did not catch it at the start, the position for this build has to be a point guard, all right? Because that is going to allow us to, to get certain attributes, certain badge counts, and whatnot. Now, for the skill breakdown here, you're going to select the pie chart that is half defense, half shooting, obviously, because this is going to be the most balanced pie chart for this build, which is what we're aiming for. Moving on to our physical profile. Now, we have a lot of different options here, but really there's one option that really stands out to me, and it's going to be the second to last physical profile chart. Why does it stand out to me? Because it is the most balanced one. It has everything we want, guys. It has the speed and the acceleration that we need to play defense and to handle the ball if necessary. The strength is, to me, a pretty useless attribute. I haven't really noticed any difference when I have a player with 90 strength, 95 strength. I don't really notice a difference, which is why I'm disregarding that, attribute there. But the vertical 91, that is something I do indeed notice in game. This vertical will allow us to get more chase down blocks from behind because of our vertical. It will allow us to get more rebounds because of our vertical, allow us to jump up, catch lobs, do dunks. All in all, the vertical allows us to do a lot of things that will make this build overall a lot more balanced, which is why I do select the second to last physical profile chart here. Now, moving into our attributes, guys, all you gotta do is follow along and you should be a-okay. Alright, just make sure you don't mess up and make sure you get every attribute correct. So starting off with finishing, you're gonna max out pretty much the first three things: close shot to an 84, driving layup to a 76, and driving dunk to a 77. Now that should leave you with 326 attribute remaining and 6 finishing badge upgrades, and that is all we're gonna end up touching for finishing, which is not too bad. You're gonna be able to obviously hit open layups, get open dunks, and with those 6 finishing badges, it's just gonna prevent you from obviously missing those wide open layups and stuff like that. So the build will have some finishing in it, of course. Moving on to shooting, we're gonna get the mid-range to an 80, all right, your 3-point shot to a 79, your free throw to an 88, and then your post fade will be moved to a 63. Now with that, you should have 220 attribute remaining, and then you should have 16 shooting badge upgrades. Now 16 shooting badge upgrades is all we need. If you guys have ever checked out my other videos where I show the best badges and stuff, you guys should probably know that there's only 4 shooting badges you need in this game: quick draw, hot zone hunter, green machine, and I'm missing one, and hot zone hunter, right? Yeah, hot zone hunter, green machine, quick draw, oh, and limitless range. Limitless range or range extender is the 4th one, and those 4 Hall of Fame will literally allow you to shoot like you're a god, bro. It will make you into a demigod with just those 4 shooting badges. Now, moving on to playmaking, you're gonna get your pass accuracy to a 79. Your ball handle will be maxed out, of course, so you don't get every single rating there possible, at a 78. And then your post moves will then be moved to a 35, leaving 145 attribute upgrades remaining and 10 badge upgrades for the playmaking category. So like I said, once again, this build could do everything, guys. It could also play make, do not forget that. And yeah, moving on to defense, you're going to pretty much max out the important stats, which will be perimeter defense, lateral quickness, steal, and block. And then you should have 21 upgrades remaining. And just in order for us to get, this extra badge here, we're going to put it into defensive rebounding to then give us 18 defense/rebounding badges. And that's all the attributes for you guys there: 6 finishing badges, 16 shooting, 10 playmaking, 18 defense and rebounding. Just those badge upgrades alone should be able to tell you that this build is extremely balanced and can do everything everything. Not to mention at legend, this build could do even more, because at legend you would have 16 finishing, 26 shooting, 20 playmaking, and 28 defense slash rebounding. Excuse that notification there, I forgot to turn off my notifications. But yeah, moving on to the body shape, obviously you could literally just pick anything. I'm just pick slight, who cares, you could pick anything, it does not really matter, it's all personal preference. But for the height, now this height is not personal preference, this height is actually very important for this build, and I'm going to tell you why. Now, you do not want to go 6'6" with the height. Why? Because take a look at your speed. Speed's going down to an 81, vertical to an 85. Not to mention our steal, lateral quickness, perimeter defense, ball handle, 3, dunk. Everything is going down except our block rating and interior defense, which are the two things that aren't that important. So that is why we do not want to go 6'6". You go 6'4", 6'3", you are just too small. You are simply too small, guys. Because you got to think, opposing guards might be 6'5", and if we're smaller than the opposing guard, how are we going to stop them? We just won't be able to. That's why 6'5" is going to be the perfect height for this build. 6'5" will allow us to be the same height as most guards, and even taller than, 6'3", 6'4" guards out there. And we won't be losing too much in the speed category or too much in any specific rating. As you see, all we're really losing is 1 mid-range, 3 ball handle, and maybe 2 steal, and the 1 lateral quickness, which is nothing too major and won't really change the build at all. So we're gonna go with 6'5". Now, moving on to the weight you're gonna drop all the way down to minimum. Why? So we could get that acceleration of vertical back that we lost by making the height 6'5". We actually have a higher vertical. If you guys remember, when we selected this pie chart, we had a 91 vertical. So we actually increased our vertical by 1 while also increasing our height, which is honestly amazing. Not to mention, we are getting the attributes back into our lateral quickness as we get the +2 to lateral quickness, moving it to 84 lateral quickness. Now moving on to the wingspan here, we're gonna go with 82.6. Why? Because I really do not want to mess with any of the ratings here. I'm gonna tell you guys why. All right, the 3-point shot, although we do have 16 shooting badges, you don't want to get that 3-point shot too low, because we want to be able to shoot at an elite level, and getting that 3 to like a 75 3, it just won't be high enough, to actually reach that elite tier shooting. And then if we go higher with our wingspan, we're actually going to start losing in our ball handle, which is what we want to avoid, because I'm going to make this build be able to speed boost, and lowering my ball handle will make that just a little bit more difficult. And obviously the +1 steal, I'll take it. I'll take anything +1 is steal. And yeah, so we're gonna make the wingspan 82.6. Now, like I said, I was just talking about speed boosting, so you guys should probably have an idea of what I'm gonna choose here. In terms of the takeover, technically you could pick anything, guys. Technically you could pick anything. You could take the spot up shooter, you could take the lockdown defender, you could take the slasher. But personally, I'm going to take the playmaking takeover. And you may ask, why are you going to take playmaking takeover in a lockdown build? Well, because with this playmaking takeover activated, you will actually be able to speed boost, which will make this build 10 times better. And why was I talking about having that elite level shooting? Because when I'm speed boosting and handling the ball one-on-one in the ISO situation, I need to be able to shoot off the dribble at an elite level, which is why I wanted that 3-pointer not to move. You see, now you guys are getting it, guys. The whole premise of this build was to be able to do everything, and I made sure we did do everything by allowing this build to speed boost, dunk, shoot, and play defense. And as you see here, we have built a perimeter lockdown. No clue why it says we're similar to Steph Curry, because this build is actually the opposite of Steph Curry, but I'll take it, all right? But yeah, so that is the build for you guys. If you guys don't need any help with badges, you guys already know what badges to put on the builds more or less, then you're free to click off the video. If you did find it helpful, make sure you drop a like and hit that subscribe button and set notifications to all notifications. But if you do need help with your badges, or you need any type of advice with your badges, make sure you keep watching, as we're gonna hop right into the badges right now. So of course we're going to start off with our finishing badges. As you see, we have 6 potential upgrades. Now there is actually a lot you could do with this. You could go 6 bronze, 3 silver, or 2 gold badges here, but personally I like going 3 silver badges, because there's 3 badges I feel like that are really important to finishing. They will make a big difference. Number 1 being slithery finisher. All right, slithery finisher, whether it's bronze, silver, gold, hall of fame, is going to be probably one of the best badges in the game in terms of finishing, at least. As you see, it's going to improve your ability to avoid contact, make your shots less contested at the rim, which, since we're not a slasher, that is very important for us to be able to, make just a little bit more layups and dunks. Now with 4 upgrades available, we're going to get consistent finisher on silver. Another underrated badge a lot of people don't be using, and I want you guys to use it more. Why? Because just read the description. It says reduces the penalty for poorly released layups. How many layups do you guys release that end up saying very late or very early? nearly every single layup. So this actually is going to be activated almost every single time, and I find this badge to allow you to, or actually this badge, what it does is it prevents you from missing a lot of open layups that you get very early or very late. So that is why I like having this badge, especially on builds that have a lower, you know, layup rating and stuff like that. This is very helpful. Now with 2 upgrades available, I'm going to toss it on to contact finisher because we do have a 78 driving dunk, guys. The possibility for contact dunks are there, and not only does contact finish help with contact dunks, but also contact layups. Any type of contact we do get, it will help us out with that, which is why I like to have this badge in silver as well. So now moving on to shooting, we have 16 shooting. I already told you guys which shooting badges are the best at the start. We're gonna go with the Quick Draw Hall of Fame, the Green Machine Hall of Fame, the Hot Zone Hunter Hall of Fame, and the Range Extender Hall of Fame. Those are the only badges you need. If anything, if you don't like Hall of Fame Quick Draw, you could take it off to Golden and maybe chuck on, you know, a bronze clutch shooter or a bronze catch and shoot. But personally, I'm a big fan of Hall of Fame Quick Draw. I don't like going nothing else besides Hall of Fame Quick Draw. So yeah, moving on to playmaking now. Playmaking, it kind of gets difficult here, all right, guys. We do have 10 upgrades, which is not a lot for playmaking, but obviously we're gonna have to make it work. So we're gonna get quick first step gold, because quick first step is obviously essential to any build that can handle the ball. We need that 100%. But now we have 7 upgrades available. I'm trying to think what we could do here. One badge we have to get is handles for days. Of course, we cannot miss out on that badge while we're dribbling. If we do not have this, we will run out of stamina in 2 seconds. So now we have 4 upgrades left. What I'm actually going to do here is I'm going to put ankle breaker on gold. Yes, because think about it. We're going to be able to only dribble the ball when we have takeover. When we have takeover, when you're doing a lot of snatchbacks, you already have an increased chance at getting an ankle breaker. You know, add that with the ankle breaker badge on gold. I think that will lead to a lot of ankle breakers, which will lead to a lot of shots in those one-on-one ISO situations when we do have takeover activated. And then now we have 1 upgrade available, which you can either put on bailout bronze or unpluckable bronze. I'm gonna put it on unpluckable because I think that's a little bit more important. And yeah, so now moving on to the last category, we have defense / rebounding. 18 upgrades available. These are all pretty self-explanatory. You're gonna pick the main, you know, the main defensive badges: pickpocket, intimidator, clamps, pick dodger, and then tireless defender on silver. And those are the defensive badge setups you want, unless you are, you know, I mean, I'm trying to think of a situation where you couldn't, you know, alter these badges around, but there really isn't a situation because we are 6'5", so you won't be playing the center at some point. So these are pretty much the badges you want at all times on this build for defense / rebounding. And with that being said, guys, that is the Kawhi Leonard build, the perimeter lockdown build, the build that can do everything in NBA 2K20. So like I said, if you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful, make sure you drop a comment below, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and join the Risk family. And with that being said, it's your boy Risk, and I'm out.
Lucas.
It's funny how now she be calling me back. She see that I got it, I'm stuck in the trap. 40 autos and we put it right back. 40 autos and he left in the back. I can't be trusting cause people just act. I get the money, I run it right back. The plug on my phone, I get to these racks. The plug on my phone, I'm gonna get back. I can't be trusting cause people be switching and stuff.